everybody doing today? Hey. You look nice. What's good? Gently, what's good? Yeah, I like that. That's how we talk up here. That's good. I'm just getting ready. I'm getting right on Facebook. You know, Facebook takes some time for some reason. I don't understand Facebook sometimes. Like, it's the worst. But we here. We live. I got my guests here. They here. They actually got here earlier today.
Yes, sir.
Which is very good.
Business. Gotta be punctual.
We can't use that stereotype no more about black people, bro.
Yes, sir.
We can't do that. Okay. So, this is the Real Q&A. I am your host, Big Ant. Where we ask real questions and we expect real answers. Today I got a guy. Oh yeah, we having fun. How's the audio on Instagram? Because before I keep going through, I want to make sure the audio is good. Everybody's always talking about the audio on Instagram is terrible. So let me know if the audio on Instagram is terrible. But like I said, I got a special guest today. Somebody that's been supporting me from day one. Like, I can't even knock him because, like, he is right. It took him a while to get up here. He should have been up here. But it's my fault. I've been busy and I've been wilding, traveling, doing all this. You know, I'm a Gemini, so, you know, we all over the place. So, but my boy, he here today. He came to support. He got his merch on. He got his shirt on.
Sir.
He looking good. You know what I'm saying?
I'm trying. Yeah.
He's doing it for the city. He has a podcast, too. He's going to tell you all that. So I support those who support me and who support us, me and my boy, Haitian Raji. So definitely, he's going to introduce himself right now. I call him Guru. I call him Guru. That's an old thing between me and him. But,
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But yeah, his name is Paul Burris.
Yes, sir.
And he's going to tell you his information.
Shout out to Real Q&A. Thank you for having me.
Mm-hmm.
Pauly the Bull, a.k.a. Guru, a.k.a. many AKAs. But, you know what I'm saying? Like, Pauly the name, 2021 Vision is my YouTube channel. So shout out to, check that out too. Words, Music, Dance, the podcast. And been on there a couple times. Mm-hmm. You know, and I'm, repaying the favor. Shout out to everybody that support us. You know what I mean? We all in here trying to just make it happen. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Okay, so yo, bro. Yeah. I know this is repetitive, but we have to ask this question. So this is Real Q&A, where we ask real questions. I expect real answers. So you ready for that?
Please tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
I gotta make
and
sure.
That's a lie.
Yeah. Well, you from Harlem, so y'all niggas do lie. Yeah, you know that's what Harlem niggas do.
Shout out to Harlem. You know what I mean? Uptown. You know what I mean?
All right. So, Mr. Paul, when's your birthday?
December 2nd, 1981.
Okay.
Sagittarius, shout out to everybody.
Here, skip the next question.
That's always what comes next. Sagittarius, shout out to everybody that really pay attention to that, you know what I mean?
That's why we vibe, because Gemini and Sagittarius is kind of the same.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. Where you from again?
Harlem, Uptown. You know what I mean?
Okay.
140th, be exact. Spanish Harlem first by way of.
Okay.
All that, you know.
So what got you into doing the whole podcast thing, bro?
So, long story short, you know what I mean?
What's up?
I felt like social media in general kind of separated people. You know what I mean? So I wanted to do something where we could converse, people could talk face to face, not just hit a like, just see something, act like they just shared it and act like they really, feeling. So started my podcast, Words, Music, Dance, which are the elements of communication. Words is, what you say, the words we use, whether you text it or, send a letter or whatever. The music is your tone, the speed. I talk fast. A lot of people say I talk fast, so, you know what I mean? The tone, the pitch of how you say it, and the dance, the body language. You know what I mean? I talk with my hands. Shout out to everybody. You know what I mean? So words, music, dance is the elements of a conversation. So I just want to have a conversation with people, and I usually go, to their crib, to any location. We just talk current events, talk sports, politics. We bring up old conversations like, who's the best, Biggie, Jay-Z, or Nas, stuff like that. Just conversations we've always had for the longest. For sure. Mm-hmm. But just, conversations we've all had. Just felt like, let's put it on YouTube, put a camera to it, and see if everybody can chime in.
Before I ask you another question, I just want to tell you I definitely respect and support your movement.
Likewise.
When you first started your shit, you said, yo, bro, I need a theme song.
Yes.
You hit me up, you put my music as your theme song.
Yes.
Not only did you do that, you put my music video in the beginning of the episode so people can go to my video so they can watch my video. I got a lot of followers off of that. So
that's what it's all about.
And it's one hand watch the other.
Exactly.
My boy Big Time's a Sagittarius from Texas, one of my best friends.
And shout out to you for sending me the song too.
Okay,
because you already knew. Once I heard it, and I heard the tone, I was like, yo, I need that. And you was like, say no more. You emailed me the beat, and it was a done deal.
I'm coming to GA when you guys place for me to stay. I'll interview you too. I'll come to GA tomorrow if you want me to. What's up? But Jasmine, what's good? I'll be responding.
It's all good. It's all good. Talk to
But
him.
look, like I said, with my guy Paul, if y'all don't know, I have a song called Legendary. We sampled the Chicago Bulls theme song, and he's a Bulls fan.
Bulls fan.
So I knew that he would like that song because he's a Bulls fan. You know what I'm saying?
No. And like as soon as I heard it, I was like, I need that.
Yeah, and he's been playing it ever since.
Yep. And I credit you with it. So it's in the notes, and I send everybody to your page. Like, yeah.
It's not hard. As black men, sometimes like people don't do that. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Sometimes you gotta big each other up. People don't understand. It's so much easier to get where you want to go if you work together. Instead of trying to be, what's the word I'm looking for? Trying to be like in competition with each other.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We learn from each other,
Yeah.
use each other's tools, and we go from where we gotta go. You know what I'm
all
saying?
good.
Oh yeah, okay. I'm coming down there, Castro. Give me like a week. I'll be in Georgia in 2 weeks. Me and Raji, we coming. All right. So check this out. What's the name of your show? Like, I mean, I know what it is, but we gotta tell the people.
So like I said, 2021 Vision is the channel on YouTube. Check that out. Words Music Dance is the podcast every Wednesday. That's going to be on YouTube, and I put the audio on SoundCloud, Google Play, iTunes, all that. So you can get that on there. And I'm adding it to Spotify starting next week, so you can catch it there. I also have other shows as well. So I started Unpopular Opinion with the homie Big John.
Shout out my nigga Big John. That's my nigga.
Shout out Big John. So I let him do his thing. He pulls things that we usually debate and argue about. He just shares his unpopular opinion on it, and then everybody once again chimes in. It's all about a conversation. Then I do something I call sidebars, which is kind of like the deleted scenes from the Words Music Dance, where we talked about something that might not have fit with the main subject. And then I do something else called Homie Call, where a lot of times when something happened instantly, people like just hit me up, whether we do Skype or FaceTime. We just have a conversation about something that might have just happened, like breaking news. So I got a bunch of shows on it, like a little mini network, trying to be like Diddy and get Revolt going. You know what I mean? Trying to just put it out there, but it's bigger than me. Like I said, it's all about the conversation. Everybody has an opinion, so I just let everybody share their opinion. You know what I mean? I chime in and give mine as well. But once again, 2021 Vision on YouTube. Words Music Dance every Wednesday. Unpopular Opinion, take a little break right now, but John will be back. That's on Fridays, and everything else kind of pops up whenever I got some extra content to share.
Facts.
Yeah.
Hey, so yeah, we will definitely be in New Zealand, but if I come to New Zealand, my brother lives in Australia. So I told my brother I'll be in Australia. I just got it's that flight, y'all. That flight is 26 hours. I don't know if Raji want to do a 26-hour flight. You want to do 26 hours?
I can definitely do it. I've been to China. I've been all over.
I don't know if Big Ant can do 26 hours, but I will do it. If you got a place for me to stay in New Zealand, I'm coming. I don't give a shit where it's at. Tell me where it's at, we in there. As long as you got a place for me and some good food, we in there. Facts. Okay, so what does 8/20/21 stand for?
So 2021 Vision, 2021 was actually my father's badge number. So my father was a retired correction officer.
Rest in peace.
He passed away a couple years ago.
Fact.
So you know what I mean. So his vision was seeing me be successful, carry on the legacy.
Right.
So this is his vision.
Another thing, I know we can't. I don't want to get too crazy, but like I said, when my pops died, Paul was one of the first people to call.
Yes, sir.
I have a song, and that's called Mind of a Gemini. I said 22 phone calls. He was one of the 22.
Yes, sir.
So I will never forget that. He will always be a friend of mine, no matter what.
For sure.
I don't care, because that's that. He was one of the 22 people that called me when my pops died.
Didn't need anything in return. I obviously I could relate, knew what he was going through, and again, conversation. Sometimes people just need to hear a voice, hear somebody that can relate to them, can just give some words of just to calm somebody. Sometimes you gotta have that conversation.
Yeah, fact. And it definitely helped me out because I was in a dark place, and I really do appreciate that. Yeah. Well, you already said the co-host is Big John. Do you have any other co-hosts besides John?
Well, like I said, John has his own show. Words Music Dance is pretty much me. But people always on there. Like I said, you was on there a couple times. Let's go through the list. My homie Benjamin, Lewis.
Drake.
Drizzy was on one episode. I gotta go through. Shout out to Rebecca was on there. Michelle. Gwen, Coco.
Damn, Coco.
Got a bunch of people. Got too many names right now. But not really anybody's. Co-host is primarily me. But when they're on there, they're the co-hosts at the time. So,
that's kind of how we do stuff over here too.
Yeah.
Raji and me. This is me and Raji's platform. This is so we can let everybody know. Raji now, he's got this thing now. He's in his creative zone. He wants to be behind the camera. But my dude is good on the camera too. Man, people be asking me, why Raji ain't coming on camera? I said, I don't know. He's in the zone right now. So since he's in the zone, I'm not taking him out of the zone. If he wants to get on camera, he can get on camera anytime he wants to. Actually, I want to get behind it so I can lure him a little bit more. But we it's vibing. So whatever works for you guys, continue doing it. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
So
likewise, same for y'all too.
We about to get it in right now.
Let's go.
So John, shout out to Big John.
Yes, sir.
Had a question for me. Well, not necessarily a question, but he made a comment on his show or his segment saying that Eminem is the greatest MC of all time.
Right. Well, he said that he's not. So he said he's not. Yeah. But then we followed up on a homie call. He and I had a conversation about can
a white person, a person of non-color,
right, be the greatest or be considered the greatest.
And you saw what I commented.
Yes.
Exclusively.
Yes.
But how do you feel about that? I'm going to ask you that, and then I'm gonna respond to John and tell him why I feel the way I feel.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, like I told John,
Liz, what's up?
We had a whole conversation that went on about 40 minutes, but I'll give you the summation of it. Same way, and it kind of sparked from the conversation with Lil Nas X, and how they wanted to take him off of the country Billboard charts, and John took it as, oh, they're being racist, but in actuality, it's kind of like with country, it kind of spawned, and black people actually started country music.
We did.
You know what I mean? But it was something they held on to. We let them have that. Hip hop was something we created, and we set the rules and the boundaries of what it should be, what it should sound like, what it should look like. Now nowadays we got some people that kind of blur those lines. We got people that blur those lines of what it should look like, sound like, and be like. However, one of the things that I myself and someone like you and most people still hold to them is the authenticity of the story that's being told, or knowing that when someone is saying what they went through, what they've been through, and you can relate to it, because that's kind of what the hip hop element is. Started out in the park, started out like the news of the hood, and so on and so forth. So I just feel like it's hard for anyone of non-color, and Spanish people started hip hop as well. Puerto Ricans were the ones that break dancing and doing the graffiti. They was rapping with us, and even the Beastie Boys were there, but it was more of a rock element. And they weren't telling the same stories. If you go back to Grandmaster Flash and the Message, or something like that, when you think of the stories being told, Eminem, for example, yes, he's from Detroit, but he's on the other side of the railroad tracks. And anyone you really can think of, and there are people like John who grew up in the hood with us. So it's not like it just can't happen because of that. But the story needs to be from someone who lived it, breathed it, of it, and
who's of it.
Yeah, who's of it, and looks and looks and speaks and it's relatable, because it's hard to hear certain people tell certain stories and you question it. Like Jay-Z. Jay-Z can tell you something and you be like, yeah, nah, I believe that. Like when he said he lost 92 bricks, like we was like, that's far-fetched, but
okay.
You know what I mean? But if you heard someone, a white guy or somebody else say something like that, you like, nah, I don't believe you.
You need more people.
Right, you know what I mean? I'm not buying that.
Jay-Z.
You know what I mean? So it's just there's a criteria that it meets, and that's the same for all genres, categories, what have you, of music, even movies and so forth. You know what I mean? It's the same reason the Oscars won't give a Best Picture to a comic book movie, and those are the most popular movies right now. But they have a criteria of what the Best Picture should look, sound, and feel like. So that's how I see it. You know what I mean? But give me your point on it.
I have been waiting to do this one.
Go ahead.
So the thing with me is, I love John, and he's right. And I listen. Opinion is opinion. I'm never gonna tell somebody they're wrong with their opinion, because when you do that, then people will never give you their opinion. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I feel as if that you can have your opinion, but there's facts when it comes to this type of shit. First of all, Eminem himself did say the only reason that he said if I was black, I would have so have.
Yeah, and I think people try to deny that, but it's a fact.
So I work with a lot of white people. So the thing with me when I work with a lot of white people is usually most white people that listen to Eminem, they only listen to Eminem. They don't listen to hip hop. They only listen to Eminem. So they only consider hip hop Eminem. Feel what I'm saying? And this is no disrespect to Eminem, because my sister, she's watching right now, and she knows I'm an Eminem fan. I got all his albums. So I love Eminem's music. I love music, so regardless.
Right,
but what I'm saying is the difference between, like, when it comes to the race thing, the black people and white people is we embrace the whole culture of hip hop. When it came to Eminem, Eminem was new, he was fresh, he was white, blonde hair, blue eyes. Remember he had the blonde hair, Slim Shady shit, and all that type of stuff. The white people was relating to that. But what they did was they put him automatically on top because they see he looks like they look like me. You know what I'm saying? He says all of that type of stuff. So my thing is, it's not a knock towards Eminem. It's just a knock towards the culture that we have right now.
Exactly.
And the thing is that, well, like white people, I hate to do this to white people, but I know it's the truth. They like to take something and try to make it like it's theirs. You know what I'm saying?
Rock and roll.
Rock and roll, Chuck Berry.
Country,
Come on, let me go into this because
you go down the line.
My father was a lover of music. Every Sunday he would play music, and he would play on purpose. He would play what's the white boy's name that played Jerry Lee Lewis.
Jerry Lee Lewis.
He would play that on purpose, and then he would play Little Richard.
Little Richard, right?
And I'd be like, why Little Richard wasn't as popping as Jerry Lee Lewis? And he was like, because the color of his skin.
You remember 5 Heartbeats?
Yeah.
And when they cut the record and then they put the white boys on the album cover?
Yes. So that's how it goes.
Yeah.
So the thing is that a lot of people don't really want to talk about. I have no problem with doing it. See, Paul's a Sag, and I'm a Gemini. See, the thing with Gemini, sometimes we're mad blunt, and I'm gonna be blunt. The problem is people don't want to talk about white privilege, but we're gonna talk about it. See, the thing with white privilege is that a white person in America can do what they want to do, and as long as it's considered great or good, they will thrive in that situation, or they'll make it their own. When it came to hip hop, Eminem came in, the game changed. It was like, okay, now all these little white boys want to be rappers. Like Beastie Boys actually had, they actually went through the grind with everybody else.
I mean, Beastie Boys,
you know what I'm saying?
Third Base.
So, they're a little different. They're a little different.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna judge them. I'm not judging Eminem either because he's talented. He can rap. He's probably top 10 for me. You know what I'm saying? But the problem is that it's not him. It's the problem. It's the people. The people is the problem. Like white people. Like I tell you, I work with a lot of white people, and what they tell me is, I'm like, yo, so besides Eminem, what do you listen to? I don't really like hip-hop, I only like Eminem. How is that possible? You can't like hip-hop unless you only listen to Eminem, when Eminem's favorite rappers is like Rakim and Andre 3000. He says it. Redman, the core of hip-hop. So that's the issue I have. That's all I'm telling John, no, white person cannot be the best in hip-hop. Now, Spanish person can, because they came with the grind with us. It was Spanish and the blacks. That's what it was. Now, you know what I'm saying? But most Spanish people, this is the problem I have with y'all, too. We're gonna break this down too. I love my Spanish people. Shout out to my Dominicans. KLK, nigga. You already know what it is. Shout out to my Puerto Ricans. You know what it is. Spanglish ass. But check this out though. Either you can debate me on this, and this could be for another show. Either you have fair skin like a white person, like a lighter color, or you have the Afro Latinas, right? So the Afro Latinas means that they are black. They're black that speak Spanish. That's what it is. Your country was invaded with slaves. They taught you a culture because if the Dutch came to the Dominican Republic, y'all would be speaking Dutch. You would be speaking Dutch. Do we know this, right? Okay, so if the Dutch came to the Dominican Republic and not the Spaniards, you would be speaking Dutch. So that's culture. But your creed, what you are, you're African American. You're black. Your skin is black. You're black. You can't be, I'm Spanish. Spanish is not a race. It's a culture. So until we get that understood, no, this race shit is never going to end. And that's one. Because that's the thing they want us to continue to keep going on with. They want it to be where we're separated. They want it to be, okay, Spanish people's over here, blacks is over here, Asians is over here. It's white Caucasians, African Americans, or Africans in general.
John,
yeah, I see John. John, yeah, I got you, John. Africans, and you have the Indians, like the real fair hair Indians, like the ones that, Native Americans, that type of Indian. And some people say Asian, but the Asians is up for debate too. Because when you look at South Africa, like Nelson Mandela, how Nelson Mandela's eyes, how he look?
Well, look, we even come to Asians. You got the Tibetan, you got what's the other, Filipinos. You got like a lot of
darker skin.
Yeah.
And if you look, I challenge y'all to look at a picture of Nelson Mandela. Read the Illuminati book. I hope I don't get flagged for saying that, but read it. And all this stuff is written. Willie Lynch syndrome, all this stuff is done. You have to educate yourself, bro. You can't allow people to tell you what it is. You know what I'm saying? That's why when I have friends of all different races, they gotta respect my stance because I keep it a buck with them. I don't try to hide it. You know what I'm saying? But the whole situation I have is, once again, going back to Eminem. Eminem is a great artist. Probably timeless. One of the top 10 rappers to ever do it. But he can't be, a white person cannot have that mantle because we created that culture. And there's no way for a white person to be a figurehead of that. He can be one of the greats, but you will never be the greatest rapper of all time. Now, other genres of music, Spanish music, there will never be a black man that's going to be the top Spanish artist. Know why? They're not having that shit.
Not happening.
Okay.
Same like we said,
country music.
And country.
They allow him to do his thing,
right?
But he will not be considered one of the best country artists of all time.
They let Billy Ray come through, co-sign, do the remix.
Billy Ray's the co-sign.
Okay,
that's what I'm saying. Billy Ray's the co-sign. You know what I'm saying? I was about to say that. The problem with black people are we too accepting. There's some black people that be like, oh yeah, this, that, and the third. It's okay to have pride in your culture. Something wrong with having pride in your culture. You know what I'm saying? White people can have white pride. I don't have no problem with a white person when they got white pride. That's cool with me.
Right.
Irish people and all that shit, that's fine. You know what I'm saying? The problem with us is we're too accepting in the culture. And that's why our culture right now is fucked up. Because we allow too many people to come in and tell us what our culture is. And it's fucked up right now. So, with that being said, Big John, the answer to your question is no. A white person cannot be the best hip-hop artist. Never. And it never will happen. And that's basically it. I think a lot of rappers is with me. If you look at it, a lot of people don't know Fabulous is Spanish.
Right.
We got no problem with that. True. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
One of the greatest rappers of all time, who's dead, rest in peace, Big Pun, he in that top 5 for me.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I don't give a fuck he's Spanish. I don't care about that. He was nice. Fat Joe was, I'm not gonna put him, Fat Joe, I love you. I'm not gonna put him in my top 10, but what I'm saying, Fat Joe's consistent.
Fat Joe got the longevity.
He had the longevity,
Digging
you know what I'm saying?
Salon, yeah.
So he's Spanish, he's Puerto Rican.
Right.
Yo, I don't see him being Puerto Rican. He's a rapper. You know what I'm saying? They can eat. We eating.
Right.
But when it comes to that other shit though, if y'all we really talking real shit, nah. A white person, nah. And this ain't no disrespect to white people because everybody knows. I be in Texas with white boys all day. You know what I'm saying?
And like you said too, it's not just Eminem specifically.
Yeah, it's not just him, but
the business side of it is trying to make him the best for the business reasons. Because like you said, it's what they've done over the years. You know what I'm saying? They do the white group on the cover of the 5 Heartbeats, or you know what I'm saying? Like you said, Billy Ray Cyrus to Little Richard and so on and so forth. And, you know what I mean? Sammy Davis and them had to be a part of the Rat Pack. You know what I'm saying? So it's been that way for years, and we've been created this culture with the drums and the piano and the guitars and all that, and then it gets taken away from us again. Like,
we have to go back to controlling our culture. Control the controllables. That's one of my biggest things I use. One of my biggest things when it comes to my business shit is control the controllables. What I can control is what I portray. So what I'm portraying right now is how I am. That's how it's going to be.
Yes,
I'm not going to bend for nobody. Even if I got signed to a network, if they don't have my beliefs, I would not believe. And I'm going to work with it. I'm not going to do it because the message I want to get to the people is the truth. I'm not trying to give you no facade. You know what I mean? So that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, we going to switch gears. Unless Big John want to come in here and say some crazy shit.
But everybody's still here yet. We ain't lose nobody here,
what
right?
was that topic y'all was talking about Disney and stuff? The Disney thing with John. He was saying something about the movies and stuff.
Well, he's what unpopular opinion?
Yeah,
or
unpopular.
he said Lion King was not the greatest.
Oh yeah.
Hell no.
Yo, Big John is my dude. I mean, he's one of the coolest dudes in the world.
Love the dude.
Hell no.
But let me get back on camera real quick because Paul's laughing at me because he knows.
Go ahead, man.
I gotta hit that.
It's JoJo.
Lion King's not the best Disney movie. I have to answer you because I told him when I get on my platform, you know, one hand watch the other. My fans are gonna watch you, and your fans are gonna watch me. So that's how we doing it.
Okay.
Lion King's not the best Disney movie of all time. Come on, son. Come on. Yo, that's so disrespectful. It's like I don't even know what to say. Like, what movie would you put ahead of it? What movie did he put ahead of it?
I can't
remember. He had a few.
Yeah.
He had a few.
couple that he said were better.
Yeah, a few. It was like one. He had a few.
Yeah, I forgot exactly.
But Aladdin, I think Aladdin was one of them, right? And hold on, Aladdin was great though.
Yeah, Aladdin was good, but
it ain't fucking with Lion King.
Lion King is just timeless. Like,
Lion King, come on, son. Like.
You can look at
Simba?
The energy that the live action movie is getting from the remake.
Long running Broadway show, Lion King.
Lion King, come on.
Aladdin, Broadway show? Maybe on ice.
It did alright.
Maybe on ice. Aladdin on ice or some shit.
Lion King, no.
But Broadway show? Nah, bro.
That shit did, yo, to this day, as a grown ass man, sitting here talking to you right now, 2 parts of that movie fucks with me because it relates to my life.
Of course.
When Scar dug his nails into his brother, and he said, "Long live the king." That envy and that jealousy in his eyes, it's a cartoon, bro. But when he looked at him and he told him that, he meant that shit.
Oh yeah.
And that means that happens in real life. There's somebody that's watching you right now that envies you like that. They in your circle somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
And they will kill you, bro. Look at Nipsey Hussle, man. This shit crazy, bro.
Right.
Like, yo, bro, like, that part of the movie was so defining to me. It was like I still like resonates in my head.
Yeah.
And then when Simba went down there, and his father laying there, and he's trying to get him to wake up. Come on, son. If you don't have a soul in your body, if that didn't resonate with you, like that's crazy.
Even before I lost my dad, like that was still an emotional.
That was an emotional scene. I'm a grown ass man. I watch that shit right now. I might shut it down, bro.
Right.
Lion King lit. I don't know what Aladdin, what Prince Ali.
I forgot what else he said. I think he had like Moana. Something like he had Moana up there. Something else like that.
Moana? Who is that?
Talk to him.
I like my top. I'm gonna give you my top so John can debate me. But my top Lion King. That's like,
Off the top.
first of all, because the music, the villain gotta be great. Scar was great. Scar was great. So the villain, the animation, the movie, the plot, the story. Number 2 for me, people gonna laugh, but it's Little Mermaid.
Okay.
Ursula is one of the best and underrated villains of all time. The whole selling your soul shit. How she got her to sign the contract to sell her soul. People don't even peep that. That's what I'm talking about.
Right.
I like the depth of it. Aladdin probably like number 3 or 4.
What about the joint The Rock was in?
Right? I don't want none of these new shit.
That was Moana.
Yeah.
When he was that was Moana.
That's what with Lion King?
It's not top. It was a good movie. It was a good movie.
Scar?
But
When he would be prepared?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? Not even close. It's not in the same stratosphere, bro. Like, I don't even know why people. John's the one of those sometimes, and I love him because that's his opinion.
and that's why it's called unpopular opinion.
That's his popular opinion.
It's his unpopular opinion.
And I'm gonna put the camera back. I just have to go in on him real quick.
Yeah,
because
for sure.
When I heard that, I wanted to fight him.
Listen, everybody go to youtube.com/a2021 vision, A2021 VISION. The playlist, Unpopular Opinion, episode 6. It was why The Lion King is not the best Disney movie of all time. It's Big John, holla at him, spam him under the comments, go in.
I had to literally, like, I said, I'm not gonna say shit until I either get you up here or I talk to him. Because I physically was sick when he said that shit.
I didn't even want to post that episode. I had to.
I know you didn't want to. I know him, so I know he's like, no way.
I'm doing because how we do it, he records it and I get it and I do the editing and I was just watching it and I'm like, really?
Best Broadway show.
I mean, some people say Cats, but I think Lion King's up there.
I mean, but we talking about you being
I would say
mad.
2.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lion King's
It's something.
definitely.
Lion King's there.
But listen, that's his opinion. That's his opinion.
That's his opinion, and that's the problem. In this era, a lot of people don't like people's
Lion King
opinions,
was just dope.
and we need to have that where people have their own opinion and really speak how they
I
feel.
respect it.
I respect it too.
And that's why I gave him his platform. Let him share his opinion, because it brings moments like this where everybody look at like, I didn't do it. That's why it's his face. You don't see me.
That's our boy, so we both know him very well.
Love you, John.
Love the nigga, but I had to do this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But we'll move. I digress.
No doubt.
We'll move on to the next topic. How do you feel about the outcome of the NBA Finals?
Anticlimactic. It was only competitive because of the injuries.
Facts. That's
I don't want to admit it. Yes, the injuries happen. It's part of the game.
But come on, son.
Can't deny that. However, it only went 6 because KD wasn't there. Clay missed the game. Like that's the
Kawhi
only.
is ill.
Even Kawhi was burning out. Like you could see because this was his first full season back from his injury. So after that Bucks series, he was spent. He was limping. He was tired. This series, the finals, only went that far because they struggled against Steph alone. We gotta keep it a buck. What was that game 3 when Clay didn't play?
Yeah.
Steph had what 47 points.
Woo! Shit.
You can look at the numbers. I'm not a big numbers guy. I like to watch the game, but even though you look at the numbers,
Numbers lie.
Toronto had to shoot 90% from the free throw line, 50% from the 3-point line. Like they had to do everything perfect, and it was just Steph. So that says a lot. Then Clay, when he came back, he was about to drop 30. KD was 3 for 3 when he came back until he got hurt again.
Yeah.
If they was all clicking, it would have been another boring finals. But it was, like I said, it was competitive because of the injuries. I know now going forward that the rest of the next season is going to be interesting with all the moves that's about to happen now. July 1st, when free agency goes in, we're going to see where the leagues, where the teams are at after that. But
Yo, I got, listen to Stephen A. Again. A lot of people say, show Stephen A. Shout out to Stephen A. Smith.
shout out to Stephen A.
Yeah.
But this morning, he broke my heart, son.
What did he say this morning?
That nigga was like, KD going to Brooklyn. And he said,
Kyrie.
and Kyrie going to Brooklyn. If they do that, I'm going to be tight.
That's too bad.
I'm not even going to lie. Yo, KD, no, on the side. I'm making this threat. I'm making this threat over. I'm going to do it right now. KD, I'm talking to you. I don't know if you're going to see this, but you might, because my nephew's in the NBA. So check this out. If you go to Brooklyn, I'm gonna have niggas pull up on you.
We do not condone violence.
We don't condone it, but this is serious. It's the NYPD, bro. NYPDS. I'm saying this. I will have them pull up on you. Well, like, what are you doing? You don't go to Brooklyn. If you want to come to New York, you go to the Knicks. That's New York.
Yes,
But let's
sir.
think about
You know
it.
what I'm
Though.
saying?
He's not gonna play this next season.
I don't give a shit if he plays in 2 seasons.
But they don't. You really don't know. Like
I'm having my niggas pull up on you. That frack's pulling up on you, bro. That's just it. I'm calling it. Everybody knows I'm not playing. I'm dead serious. We're not gonna hurt you, but we gonna pull up on you like, yo, bro. Like, what's up? Like, you know, like, come on, bro. Like, you can't do that. Kyrie, you know Kyrie, you from Jersey.
right.
You supposed to know better. But go ahead, Paul. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying, like,
So trash. That's what.
KD, if he signed, he gonna miss this next season.
I don't care.
Kyrie got bad legs.
I don't
KD got
care.
bad legs.
I don't care.
I don't think it's gonna work anyway. Like I don't think that's a good look to get two dudes with bad legs. Like,
Yo, can we discuss KD's entry into that game?
Nah, I'm not mad at him for doing that.
what you mean?
I mean, they had him as questionable.
Oh,
That's because
that's for Vegas, and we don't want to give the other team the advantage
Yeah,
right away.
advantage right
He's
away.
definitely starting. You got to keep it questionable because like, is he? Isn't he? So
But how did he hurt himself in the game? The same game, boom.
Well, because typical with leg injuries, when you hurt one part of it, you either overcompensate to the other leg, or you land funny on that leg.
I told my Achilles before.
It was like his first. It was his first.
Well, no, he was 3 for 3. He was
But
shooting.
I'm telling you, look, I've torn my Achilles before.
You did.
So when you tear your Achilles,
Yeah.
no. Yeah, I told my cousin about it because when I tore mine, I went for a dunk, right? I dunked it, bang.
Mm-hmm.
I landed, and when I landed, I felt it.
Yeah.
It popped. But then I was like, I'm gonna try to run. I ran, my foot went dead. It went like this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why I stopped playing ball originally.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But when Katie, I told my, did I tell you, Corey? I told you. When Katie crossed over, right, and he planted, I said he tore it. I said he tore it. I said it's over.
You see it pop,
I said it's
like,
over.
yeah.
Now you know I didn't have to see it pop.
Yeah.
It's the way he planted
The way
that
he-
leg.
yeah.
That leg planted too heavy for him
Too
to have
much.
an injury
Yeah.
on that leg.
And that's what happens, right? When like same thing happened to D Rose, Amari.
He got hurt too. And then
Yeah,
Bryant.
but it's with Kobe, right? When you hurt one part of your leg, you either overcompensate to the other leg, or you never right on that leg again because you landing funny on it and you end up injuring for the Achilles, the ankle, like it's always the knee. It's always another factor of it, depending on how you adjust to how you. The legs are important.
Yeah.
Like if you look at in the NBA, big men always hurt their feet. You know what I'm saying? Shooters hurt their leg because you land like that's your foundation, your core. And if you notice, that's the biggest injury for a lot of these athletes now because they're all stronger, faster, and than previous generations. But their legs are the biggest injuries because they're either not working them out right or they're just like it's just a fact of the burnout. Which is why
Sneaker gotta evolve, man. Fuck that.
But what I was gonna say was, with that being said, with the technology and the surgeries now, my nephew, a lot of people know was Harry Giles.
Shout out to Harry Giles.
Yeah, all right. He tore both his AC. He tore both his both knees. He tore both of them. Back in the day, you tore both your ACLs. It's over.
You're done, right?
Yeah, he tore both of them, and he's playing
Right.
phenomenally right
Right.
now. I mean, I feel KD will be okay. He's not gonna be the same KD he was before.
Right. He gonna shoot a lot more jumpers.
Yeah.
And it's weird for him to be like 7 foot tall. You know what I'm saying? It's like he's always been a frail dude.
Yeah.
So that's what I call that too. I was like, his legs have always been like a little shaky, but he got to adjust his game. He can't run off screens like Clay and them would do, but it's gonna change him up. But he gonna sit out this year. He gonna come back, and we don't even know what next team will be there.
Yeah.
Cause they got a couple free people that's gonna be leaving and stuff too, so they got to figure out money wise how it's gonna work.
Lakers.
Nah, I don't know.
What you think the Lakers gonna be the
Clippers?
I don't know.
AD going.
Well, right now they got 4 guys on the roster and $32 million to play with.
Kawhi to
Who else they gonna get on that team?
Facts.
Because LeBron and Kate and AD alone ain't gonna cut it.
Nah.
In the Western Conference, LeBron just got a
I don't think it's
reawakening.
gonna
work.
The Western
If you look
Conference
at-
ain't the
if you look
East. The West ain't the East.
Shaq and Kobe.
But see, the thing is,
And Derek Fisher and keep going.
Yeah, the rest of the
Keep
team.
going.
But they got a young team though.
But they got 32 mil
And I
left.
heard about the Sergeant Smith
and only 4 guys on the roster
I don't
right
give a shit
now.
with that.
You gotta fill a 12-man, 15-man roster.
And
Somebody gotta take a cut.
Everybody gonna have to take a cut. They gonna call Ray Allen out of retirement, veterans minimum. Melo, veterans minimum. Like you got to get D-League players, call them up, and they got to give you quality minutes in the Western Conference.
And give Rihanna for halftime shows.
And I don't care. I'm gonna say it. A lot of people don't like mine. This is my unpopular opinion.
Go ahead.
Who's their superstar?
Who's LA's?
Yeah, who's the girl? Who's built around?
It was LeBron who's
Okay, yeah, so
he's on the
LeBron.
decline. AD's on the come up.
He does not. Yo, the myth is that LeBron makes people better. I don't believe that.
I had that.
So
I had
what I'm
that
telling you is,
too.
Kevin. Yo, a lot of people shout out to Kevin Love because he got a lot of bad love.
Yes,
Bro. Let me tell you
Sure
something,
went
bro.
through it too.
He's nice, though.
Both of them went through that. They were back to the basket post up plays. There was triple double machines on their team.
Tell it.
They went to Miami and the Cavs and became jump shooters.
And that's what's gonna happen to Anthony Davis.
And that's what happened to Anthony Davis.
He's gonna start shooting jumpers. I'm calling it because LeBron does not know how to play off the basketball. He can't play off the ball. That's why they like the whole point guard situation. Like with Kyrie. Kyrie left because he had to become a shooter. Remember, LeBron was dribbling and he was passing to Kyrie. There was spurts when Kyrie was able to do his thing. But LeBron was kicking it to him and he was shooting the threes.
And Kyrie want to dribble first.
But as he should.
LeBron's giving him the ball late in the shot clock.
Yeah.
LeBron trying to run the play, and then by the time Kyrie get it, he got to just put it out. He want to get his man ISO and dance on him a little bit.
LeBron, that's why with me, he's one of the greatest players to play all time. But the thing with him is that when you play basketball, because I played it, and I'm not saying I played on his level, but when you play basketball with age and attrition, whatever, you have to evolve your game. So meaning, if you're the star player, okay, I can't do what I used to do before. So now, I gotta play off the ball. I gotta catch it, be able to shoot it, penetrate what is given to me. See, the thing is, he's still trying to dictate the offense to himself. And that's why it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work, because AD will be in the top of the key, doing the same thing Kevin Love is doing. He's not gonna be grabbing rebounds like that. I guarantee you AD's rebounds go down. I put $100. They're gonna do pick and roll.
Good point. Good point.
Yeah, LeBron will be driving, and AD will have to pop out. Because AD can't drive, because LeBron's driving.
And they're going to bump in the way. And that's what's happening with him.
And that's why LeBron James, to me, can't be the GOAT.
Just remember the first year with Miami, that was the same issue that Wade and LeBron was having.
Yep.
I want to drive. No, I want to drive. Wade had to take a step back because he was getting older.
And Wade, shout out to D Wade, I love you, one of my favorite players.
For sure.
But if you didn't be that father role that you said you did, LeBron would have one chip. Because the way he plays is not conducive to an offense, a moving offense. That's what I'm trying to say. Anybody that knows basketball, not a fan, not because you like LeBron because he does stuff off the court. He's a great humanitarian. I'm not talking about him as a humanitarian. We're not talking about that. We're talking about basketball. Just basketball. X's and O's. The way LeBron plays is the fact that he has to have the ball in his hand and create. You have a point guard for that usually.
Right.
But Michael Jordan used to play the greatest of all time.
Yes, sir.
He let Scottie Pippen orchestrate.
Yes,
He would
sir.
stand there. And he would let him get there. He would get the rock. They ran that triangle. That's why this is what I knew. That's why Carmelo. I'm sorry to say it. I don't know how he couldn't run the triangle because Pippen, Jordan, and whoever, Rodman, whoever. It don't even matter who's in the triangle.
Right.
But as long as you got those two.
Coach.
Pippen was the point guard. Pippen brought it out.
He was the point forward.
Jordan would post up. He would get the rock. He would control it from there. Either he gonna shoot it, he gonna drive, or kick it back to Pippen. Let Pippen drive. Or then you got Kerr, one of them in that corner shooting three. That's how you become a great offensive player. Kobe, same shit. He had Shaq, him, and whoever. It don't even matter. It don't even matter who's in the triangle. As long as you got those two. LeBron has to be in control. A coach can't coach LeBron. You can't coach that because he's not willing to change his game. And he's only going to want to dominate the basketball. And that's why I said.
And if you notice too,
and you take your team out of the game also.
Yeah. And he shits on his team when they don't hit. But if you notice, they always give him the tag of a great passer. But if you notice, it's the same pass. It's the dribble drive, corner three. So it's not that he's so much great. That's the play. That's the game plan. Stand there. I'm gonna kick it to you. Just be open or be ready. It's not that he's a great passer. Yes, he can pass. He has court vision, but he's not much better than like any other point guard that's in the league. It's just they do the same. Right, he's definitely not magic, but they do the same thing. And people forget, Michael for a week ran the point and averaged a triple double.
Yes, facts.
He can do it. It wasn't that he couldn't do it. It was that the game plan, the team system, didn't need him for that.
He coached
everybody, right? Exactly. He was like, all right, I'll humble myself, I'll fall back, I'll score a little less. The triangle is all about motion, and he played within that system.
So with that being said, right?
Yes, sir.
Who's the best player in the NBA right now?
Right now, this year, or are we going like a time frame?
Who's the best player right now, bro? Who's the best player right now?
Right now, prisoner of the moment is Kawhi.
It's Kawhi.
It's the Kawhi hype right now. I mean, if you're going over a couple of years, you know. The unpopular opinion, you got to say Steph Curry because of what he did to the league. Like he got everybody shooting threes, and they're not good at it. You got Harden.
He changed the game.
He changed the game. He changed the game, and and he don't get the respect he deserves because, you know, a lot of people say he disappears in the finals.
Reverse racism.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But
racism towards
when you
himself.
look at the league for the last, 5, 6, 7, 8 years, ever since that game he went ham in the Garden.
Ham.
When he went nuts in the Garden, it was Steph. He changed the game. And this was in LeBron's era, quote unquote. Everybody's shooting threes now. You got to have 3-point shooters. You got Harden, all of them want to step back and shoot from 30, 40 feet. It's because of Steph.
Yeah.
And they don't do it like Steph does it. My problem is everybody relies on that. So when they were down by 2 in game 6, I mean, they were down by 1. All they needed was a 2-point basket. He still shot a 3. So that's the problem with the league now. Everybody's game plan. I think teams are averaging 43s now, and it's ridiculous. Like if you're down by 1 with 5 seconds to go, just get a basket. Everybody stops and shoots a 3. So.
How about we extend the 3-point line all the way to the half court and
I mean, Steph, Dame, Lillard, a couple of them will still hit it, and they'll still keep shooting it. Like, you know what I mean? Everybody want to take the half court shot. That's like we've been doing that since kids. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You know what I'm saying? But now that's
call it a 4
24, 23. Shoot it. Like they don't even wait for the shot clock to go down. It's ridiculous. And you got kids that don't know that Steph been doing that since he was like 7. With his dad and playing in Toronto when he was in Charlotte and shooting with Vince Carter and all them. Steph been doing that.
And shooting from the tunnel every game.
Yeah, but there's video of Steph when he was like 10 years old and he was shooting threes, NBA threes. So his upper body strength is real.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So he practiced that. It wasn't just I'm just close my eyes and chuck it.
Yeah.
He practiced that.
Yeah.
And the practice part of it was never seen.
Muscle memory.
Yeah, and that's the part that more people need to take part in the practice. Don't just come out and say, I'm shooting 3. You know, you got to work on that. There's a few that can do it, but the league shoot 30, 40 threes right now. Each team, you can go down the list of teams, they shooting 30, 40 3-pointers a game and only making about 10 to 12. You know, and it's hard to watch.
I feel that the best player in the league, he got hurt. That's when he KD. KD was the best player in the league.
Yeah.
And it's hard to argue.
When
that.
he hit that 3 in LeBron's face in the finals a couple years ago.
Yes.
Remember, they was down 1. KD took the ball. I never forget. He grabbed the rebound. He dribbled it up, and he crossed the half-court line. And LeBron was guarding him. He shot the 3 in LeBron's face and looked at him like, it's my time. And that's why I said KD right now.
The only thing I said
And
to you is
MVP.
who made KD's job easy?
Oh, yeah. Well, Steph
Curry.
did.
Curry and Clay.
Curry and Clay, like, you know what I mean?
I'll remember that.
Because KD couldn't
You
do it.
played with
Like,
Westbrook before.
And he killed there, too.
yeah,
He killed there, too.
But they lost a 3-1 lead before the Warriors lost a 3-1
Let
lead.
me ask you this, too.
Because they was arguing though.
But let me ask you a question.
Because KD's too passive. He's not a killer. KD let Westbrook go nut or
No, KD's a killer, but Westbrook has the more killing.
Yeah, KD would. I've seen games with KD, like when they was on KC, he would fade away. Like, he would step in the corner.
Westbrook has the alpha mentality.
And KD don't have
No,
that.
KD does.
I don't know.
No, hit me out.
He can shoot it, but he's not like.
No, Westbrook just has no off switch.
We have to know there's levels to this
The
shit.
game start.
There's levels to this shit.
Go ahead.
We gotta talk about this.
Let's talk.
You know me my whole life.
For sure.
You are an alpha male.
Yeah,
I'm an alpha male.
for sure.
But who's gonna get the first word out?
Whoever say it first, I'm trying to say it first.
Me, nigga.
I'm trying to say it first.
But you don't let me. You will let me. My nigga time. Like, cause I talk a lot.
Yeah, so do I.
So I know you do. But you will let me get it out because I'm not saying I'm more aggressive than you, but there are certain people like Westbrook is just mad, uber aggressive. Like he has. KD's more, all right, I'm gonna get you, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
But that's the problem when it's 30 seconds on the clock. You can't be like that.
But he's not like that because
He's done it.
he ain't done shit in Golden State.
Because of the team. Because they're all passing.
But yeah, what I'm saying is like, all right,
the ego. There's no ego in Golden State. Iggy, Draymond, they're all.
That's why Pippen gets the bad rap. Because Pippen's uber aggressive too. But Michael Jordan is he's another level. That's what I'm trying to say. Kobe and Shaq, they both uber aggressive, but Kobe's on another aggressive. It's like Shaq is more so like, all right, let him do his thing real quick. That's how KD is. Like, I'm just type of person sometimes. There's a whole bunch of leaders in the room, right? We all leaders, right? I'm gonna let you do your thing. You fuck up, now let me take over. You see what I'm saying? Because you want to show and prove so bad.
But he didn't do that. He left.
No.
He didn't say, this is my team, you leave. He said, I'm going to play with them because they're going to pass me the ball.
But look at Westbrook now. That's what I'm saying. Like,
He's still him. He didn't change. KD went to a whole other team.
But what I'm saying, history is repeating itself. Westbrook is same with Paul George.
Went to a whole different team.
No, but what I'm saying though, listen to me.
Alphas don't leave their team. Michael didn't leave his team.
So LeBron's on the alpha then.
No.
Okay, let me listen to this.
No.
Anyway, but hit me out.
Alphas don't leave. This is my house. When you go like that and you throw your jersey up, all right. But I'm out next season.
But hear me
I don't
out.
like this guy.
But listen to me. What I'm trying to say is this. This is what I'm trying to say. You gotta look where KD's coming from. And this is where everybody try to compare the LeBron and KD thing. LeBron just left because he couldn't win.
I think he did the same thing.
KD can't. KD's not gonna say it. KD can't stand Westbrook. And that's what it is. That's what it is.
It is.
Get him out of here.
Huh?
Who got Shaq traded?
But they both was in their prime.
But Kobe got Shaq out of it.
But KD and Westbrook are
They
both
could
in
not.
their
They
prime.
could not work together.
Right.
No,
So who left?
But Shaq was coming out of his prime.
Nobody wants Westbrook.
No, but at that time, Westbrook and KD,
There's a few teams that take Westbrook.
Nah, niggas
Westbrook don't listen.
But no,
There's a
this
few
is what I'm
teams
trying to
that
say.
take Westbrook.
What I'm trying to say
There's
is,
a few teams.
you was right. When Kobe and Shaq,
Yeah.
Kobe got Shaq the fuck out of it.
Get out of here.
Shaq
This
was
is
fat.
my team.
Come on, Shaq was fat. He was out of shape.
Yeah.
Done. But he's out of his prime. With KD, Westbrook and KD were in their prime together. They're in their prime together. So I have a choice.
This is
I can
my
choose
team.
Westbrook. No, but it's not his team because they, remember how they used to portray it though. It's Westbrook and KD, KD and Westbrook. It was never KD's team.
So
it was, you know what I'm saying?
And that's KD's fault. He allowed that narrative
But-
to be painted
but what I'm
because
saying-
he never took over the game.
I can't say that. I'm saying that the
He
organization
should've stepped up instead of saying,
that's
"I'm
why
leaving,"
that
he should've stepped
that's
up.
why Harden left. Harden left because he said that they didn't want to give him the max.
Right.
They didn't want to pay the
Because he was the sixth man. People forget he was coming up
But
with
they was
the
gonna give him. They wanted to pay off that $1 million luxury tax. So Harden was like, "Fuck it, I can go be the man somewhere else," and he became the motherfucking man. The problem with KD and Westbrook, I'm trying to tell the story, is that the difference is when I used to play ball, my nigga Ra, shout out to my nigga Ra. Ra's an alpha male. He's the leader of the team. But I'm a leader too. It's hard to take that backseat to another alpha when you're an alpha because you're just trying to do that. With KD, it was already with Oklahoma City. They was already paired as alphas together. Big dog, big dog. Shaq can say what he want to say, but Shaq was out of his prime when Kobe got him out of there. Shaq was fat and he was losing his weight. They won that ring with D-Wade because D-Wade was in his motherfucking prime. In Miami. Yeah.
That was shit. That
You know
was
what I'm
Wade's
saying?
team.
That's all Wade.
Wade's team.
It wasn't Shaq's team. So what I'm trying to say is,
And it was Wade's team when LeBron got there. Wade took a step
Wade
back
took
because
a
he was
step back.
injured. He was getting older and had leg injuries and stuff.
Now, with
but that
Westbrook-
first year when they clashed, it was Wade's team still. He was the closer. He was still killing it. He was still leading them. And then
all I'm trying to say is that with Westbrook, KD's gone. Now you got Paul George. Okay, Paul George to me is not more of an alpha than Westbrook.
Of course not.
But he damn sure took that role. He was one MVP this year.
I don't think he deserved it.
No, he had
like a good week. He had like a good week of
If
like
he didn't
30
play, if he didn't play good this year, they would not have made the playoffs. Westbrook was terrible this year. His 3-point average was horrible.
The
All
least
that.
three-point
He's
average.
erratic. He's
Yeah, I
erratic.
agree, though.
The triple doubles is
Yeah.
I don't know. And Westbrook, I like it because his heart. He has that heart, that hunger. But the numbers do lie. The numbers lie sometimes, bro. Who leads the NBA in steals?
And steals? I think it was Harden.
Who leads the NBA in steals? No.
It was
All time.
All time? Stockton.
He's the best defensive player ever played?
No. Well, some people say he is.
That's Chris.
Some Jordan and a couple of
I don't give a fuck what
offensive
Jordan
players
said.
say that he was hard to play against because he was
That's nice.
scrappy.
That's
'Cause
nice.
he would do a lot of dirty
That's
stuff
great.
on the low, like, but
Put Stockton in front of Iverson.
he would frustrate him. He not gonna stop him from getting 30, but he gonna be
Iverson dropped
annoying.
60 on that nigga. Put Westbrook in front of Curry. Curry gonna have 45 in like 10 minutes, nigga. Stop it. Who's the best running back? Who's the best running back in football?
All-time football.
Running. We got the highest rushing yards.
Oh, highest rushing yards is Emmitt Smith.
He's the best running back of all time.
I say Barry Sanders. That's another unpopular opinion by Big John. You might want to holler at him.
What did he say?
He says it's Emmett. He say Barry's overrated.
What?
What up, John? He said Barry Sanders overrated.
I'm coming to your show. I need me and Haitian Raji will be on your show. Haitian, we gotta go to this show.
2021 Vision.
I'm down.
Look forward to that coming soon.
Emmitt Smith had Hall of Fame blockers in front of him.
I know.
Barry Sanders was the only option on his team.
I know.
And this nigga still was able to rush
I know.
all them yards.
I know.
Walter Payton, same shit.
Walter Payton too. Yeah. I know.
Okay, so we gotta do some ghetto shit real quick.
What's up?
You said
She's
she's
in the restroom.
okay, cool. Yeah, so.
But you could,
I mean, we're gonna wrap it up in a second. No, we good. But yeah, because when me and Guru get in
We
this,
can do this
we're just all night, bro.
For real.
But,
Just like being back in the hub.
a shag on purpose.
Yep. But, so you feel that KD? Well, I feel his move. I definitely told my cousin this too. His move was definitely weak.
Yeah, it was. I mean, a lot of people try to say it's worse than what LeBron did. I put them on the same pedestal.
Okay, as long as you did
I
that,
see it's the same
ask one more
thing.
question.
They did it for the championship. Period. You can say, well, this record and that. I don't care.
I feel
their
what you did.
reasoning was the same.
You know, we playing cards. We playing cards.
Yeah.
You had a full. I just trumped your hand.
Right.
That's what I did. You wanted to do that? Oh, hold on. I'm gonna go join. What's name? Curry, and we gonna win this
Right.
chip.
The goal is the same. Y'all, can I roll with y'all?
Oh, we
We out. Like, that's what it is.
LeBron, you want to play with D Wade?
Yeah.
Y'all want to act like y'all was dominant.
Right.
Remember, they played him in the finals.
Yep.
They played OKC in the finals.
When it was a young OKC. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So LeBron, KD remembers that. KD's like, we lost.
I see you.
What was it, like 4-2? 4-1?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, 4-2.
KD, that's in the back of his mind. That nigga's like, oh, word? That's
No, did that series go 7?
No, hell no. They lost. They only won one game.
They won, okay.
Look, KD was like, that's what you wanted to do. Hold on one second.
Right. I see you had I
Curry.
raised you.
What's up, Curry? Yo.
Yeah, that's what I said. To me, same thing. Their reasoning was the same. They both wanted to win a championship or more. Same thing LeBron said, not 1, not 2, not 3.
Not 4.
KD was thinking the same thing. How many we get over there? We get like 5, right? All right. You know, I signed a 4 or 5 year deal.
But bro, how many did he say he was? Did LeBron say he was gonna win? 8.
He went to like 8.
8. That's why I can't fuck with him. He said 8.
He was not realistic.
He thought he was going to, because he thought this is it. Like, we made this because it was in the works.
Yeah.
We gonna get by. We gonna get. But Pat Riley sold him that, so he was with it. Like, this is gonna be my moment. I'm gonna finally surpass Michael. You know, he got 6. I'm gonna get 7, 8. Like, and then reality said they lost that first to Dallas. When Dallas beat them, I knew then.
It was gonna last.
He's not Mike. Like, people, the argument was over then.
Yeah, that was it for me too.
The argument's over. When you stack that team and you lose to Dirk Nowitzki, JJ Barea, and old Jason Kidd, and you got Magic Johnson.
And Jason Terry was guarding.
And Jason Terry, I was gonna say, Magic Johnson on, I think it was the beginning of like Game 5 or Game 6 said, and I quote, "Can Magic Johnson guard Jason Terry? I don't know." When Magic Johnson is questioning your defense on Jason Terry, you're not the man. I'm sorry.
Well, we're gonna have to finish this conversation. I'm gonna come on your show. We're gonna finish
To
it.
be continued.
To be continued. Yo, make sure you. Well, before I finish this,
Yes, sir.
I need to know. Do you know what your life path number is?
My life path number? That sounds real spiritual. Nah, do not. What that is?
This nigga stupid, bro.
Life path number. Oh, you about to read my palm
What's
or
your
something?
birthday? What's your birthday again?
December 2nd, 1981.
That's,
About to get my palm read, y'all. Real Q&A is official over here. You got some
we don't play
tarot
games. We
cards?
don't play games.
Uh-oh.
We don't play games.
Just don't tell me what day I'm gonna die. I don't know. That's specific now. I don't, you know what I mean? You know.
I'm gonna steal your stand.
Oh, all right.
Yo, Stefan. Well, David. Right. Guess what?
Edit point.
Muffin.
You're 22.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
What that mean?
Oh.
What that
This
mean?
is what we're gonna do. We'll go home, right? I want you to look that up.
22 twos.
22. That means that you are destined for greatness, my nigga. That's what it means, bro. You need to look at it, but you have.
That's not the whole thing, though.
Yeah. Oh.
No, that sounds good. We can stop right
Oh,
there.
no, then he has to break it down more. But that's
sounds
just the
good.
main part.
I like that part.
You have to break. What I want you to do is go home and look into it. You'll hit me up.
What was this? Life path?
Life path.
I look that.
Write that down.
I got, you know,
Right in a minute.
I got it in the brainberry.
But give me your Instagram.
Once again, you know, me, myself, 1080p. It's underscore 1080p underscore. But you can find all the important stuff on a 2021 Vision. A2021 VISION on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, SoundCloud, Google Play. You know, your mama's pager phone. Like, you know, it's everywhere. 2021 Vision. That's all you need to know. You can find me there.
I support those who support me.
Yes, sir. Likewise.
Yeah.
No
All right,
Q&A.
so check this out. We got some models coming through.
Switch.
Switch.
I'm gonna come watch this
actually,
too,
you
though.
can sit right. You can sit right, Guru.
right,
Yo, we got some models coming through, so give me like 5 minutes so they get situated, and then like, yeah, we gonna continue. But yeah, That's my guy right there. Me and him know each other, work together at Best Buy.
Get around that side.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about? Work together at Best Buy. Yo, like I said, don't mind this little half thing right here, cause it's hot. We in New York, 90 degrees. Your boy Pauly the Bull, 2021 Vision. Thank you for watching Real Q&A. You know, what more can I say? It was a good experience. Thank you for having me. We can do it again. All right.